Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got a new mod for my 2018 Can-Am Renegade 1000. It's a new skid plate. It's made by a company called KMK Offroad. I found them on Facebook. Really nice people. They shipped it out to me really super fast. Wasn't too expensive, and it replaces the factory aluminum skid plate, which isn't really much protection at all. It only covers maybe half of the bottom of this. There's like no protection in the back. So this should, help you, get over rocks and stuff like that. And I heard the poly ones are really good for sliding over obstacles and stuff, as opposed to the aluminum. So we'll give it a try, and let me take you over to my bench, and I'll show you what I got. So here it is. It's all one piece. Well, technically two pieces. This particular piece, pretty thick, pretty heavy, goes in the front. It's really nice because they kind of like routed out the area where it kind of goes in the front. There's plenty of holes for drainage. Comes with all the hardware here. Looks like they gave you, I think, some extra stuff too. So let me figure out how to get this on. Doesn't, of course, come with any instructions, but it pretty much should be straightforward. I don't think it should be too difficult. So let me get the old one off and get this one on. All right, pretty straightforward getting the original skid plate off. There's just 4 10mm bolts that just unscrew. You got these two, which is right in between the bottom A-arm. They're actually inside this location down here, so you're just going to use a a longer socket, and then 2 wrenches to get that off. Use a little magnet to fish out the bolts in between there once you unscrew it, unbolt it. And then there's also in the back side, you got some 13mm bolts you remove, and that comes off. And then you get to look. Let's slide this out. Take a peek. Look at all that nastiness under there. Pretty good. I would suggest probably removing your skid plate every now and then and cleaning under there, because it's impossible to get at all that crap with it on. So, pretty good, huh? So let's continue on here. I gotta remove the front now, the little front piece. Okay, I got the front 2 pieces of plastic off. Here they are here. You can see all the debris under this one. This one is a little further down, while this one is right in the front. It goes around your front push bar. Now, I swear to God, these engineers are screwing with you. In order to get this little bolt off, which is a Torx bolt, like, look at the little, I had to like snake this at an angle to turn it to get it off. These little nuts fit in these little pockets here, and it's so tight and tucked behind here, and this is where they bolt in. To get a wrench under there is nearly impossible. At least it was for me. So I had to like totally Mickey Mouse MacGyver this. I mean, it worked fine, but I don't understand it. But anyways, so I got those 2 off. So, and the only difference between my ATV and a lot of others is I have a winch on mine, so I have an additional plate here, as you can see. So it's gonna have to bolt. When I put the new front bracket on, it's gonna have to bolt through all three pieces. The front bumper, that existing bracket that's holding my winch on, and then the new bracket that goes in there. So just as a heads up in case you have one. If not, it's just gonna go through just the front bumper and the new bracket, and then into the existing hole that's there. So that's it for that. So let's start getting the front, at least the main skid plate on, and then I'll work on the front. Okay, here we are so far. Very easy. Just hold this up right and get those 4 started right there, so you can see that they go into the inner holes where they're located. And this one in the back, which is going to be the one in the far back, it's basically going to be your bolt, and then on the other side you're going to have a washer that they supply you with, and the nut itself. So that goes to the very back hole right here. It's a little tight under there to get your hand to tighten that bolt, tighten the nut. So I'll let you know how that goes and how I did it. Okay, I got that one on. That one's actually wasn't so bad at all. You could fit a 13mm socket up and behind there. It's hard to see, but I just used, you know, a short, kind of a shallow socket up inside there, and then just tightened it with my other one. So it wasn't so bad at all. I thought it was going to be really tight, but you can get in there pretty easily. Okay, let's, now I didn't tighten everything. I want to do that later once I get it even left to right, make sure it's all squared up. So I'm going to go and start playing around with the front now. All right, that wasn't so bad at all. It actually went on pretty quick. I also forgot to tell you, there's two bolts down in here as well. Easy to get at. You can see underneath. There they are. So those two right there. But it's really easy to get at those two. And when you're putting the front plate on, it's pretty heavy, so it's hard to kind of hold up and like put the screws in, especially like the ones, let's see if you can see the ones inside there. You can see, so they go through. Let's look at the bottom. There they are there. So you got to hold that plate up. So I just put a jack underneath it just to kind of hold it for me while I put those two in. And then you can see in the front, like I said before, I have a winch, so they have to go through. Like it's like I didn't tighten anything yet, so it's like a huge sandwich there. You can see where it's going through. I don't know if that's focusing. There you go. So it's going to go through all those. So I just got to tighten everything down, make sure it's even. I'll measure in the back. What's really nice about this skid plate is it protects those two axle boots, which is nice. But you can see underneath how nice that thing is, all one piece. It didn't cost too much either. I think it was like $280 or something like that, $30 for shipping. So I would, you know, highly suggest, you know, searching this up on Facebook. Like I said, it's KMK Offroad, and you'll find him right on Facebook. Guy was really nice to deal with, sent it to me. So that's about it. I'll tighten everything up and get it out on the trails. Thanks for watching this. Later.